All right. Someone said, I'm trying to get started as a coach coming from being a nurse. Do you have any advice?
I mean, there's so many things. There's so many ways to do it. I'll try and go real high level. This is just a distraction. This is not good timing for the De Niro, George. Real high level, I'm just going to list them off and then we can dive deep on anything. Getting in-person coaching experience, whether that is paid or free, whether that's an internship or taking your pal Susie to the gym and helping her through her routine. But like getting in-person coaching experience in some way is going to make you a better coach and it's going to help you with online coaching. Making content. It can be educational. It can be documenting what you're doing right now, probably a combination of both, but getting in the habit of consistently making content is going to help you build your online business, probably focusing on 1 to 2 platforms at most to start. Like an Instagram website combo is probably the best 1, 2, maybe Facebook website, maybe Facebook, Instagram website, but right there. Self-education, it depends where you're at, right? If I hesitate to over recommend this because there are certain personalities who will spend way too much time and think they need to read every single book in existence and delay 9 years before they even start their business. And so I don't want to encourage that, obviously. Like, start now, throw the spaghetti at the wall, see what sticks and adjust on the fly. But then there are other people who would really benefit from spending 50 to 100 hours reading everything Lyle McDonald, Martin Burkin, Alan Aragon. Like, we recommended a few books in the last episode. There are a lot of people who would really benefit from spending a solid amount of time per week self-educating while also continuing to get in-person coaching experience and starting making content. And I realize this sounds like a lot of things and probably sounds really overwhelming. Yeah, that's what I got in this time frame.
Yeah. I mean, we've spoken about this so much. If someone else asked, I'm scrolling through the questions as you're talking, and someone else said, hey, I'm a new trainer. Do you have any tips? I just think if you're a new trainer, even if you're not a new trainer, but especially if you are a new trainer, the best thing you can do is become a great coach. Educate yourself and coach people. That's literally it. And I think a lot of people ask me a subsequent question being like, well, how do I get over imposter syndrome? In terms of like whether it's coaching people in person or usually now more related to posting content online. Imposter syndrome, I've noticed, happens when people try to take on the role of expert, right? They try and, hey, I'm an expert in this. But if you're a new coach, you're not an expert. And like, great, if you have a certification, you're still not an expert. Like, great, you got your level 1 cert, like you're still like, you're uneducated still. You're not an expert. I think an expert takes probably like 10 years of coaching a significant number, hundreds and hundreds and hundreds, if not thousands of people over 10 years. Like, I don't think you can be an expert because you got 3 certifications in a span of a year. Like, it's just, you're not a fucking expert yet. It's like, I forget what I was watching. There was a podcast that I was watching or listening to somewhat recently about how even people who get their degrees in a variety of subjects, like, they're still woefully uneducated yet. Like, they don't know anything for so many reasons. So if you want to avoid imposter syndrome, then be open about how you're not an expert yet. And don't try to take the role of expert, take the role of someone who's educating themselves and doing their best to learn, and you're relaying the things that you're learning through social media, and you're going to try and help people, but you've been wrong before in your life, you'll be wrong again in your life, and you're just here to try and relay the things that you're currently being made aware of, but that doesn't mean you're not wrong. As soon as you approach it from that perspective, number 1, people are going to fucking love you. And number 2 is you'll reduce, if not eliminate, imposter syndrome because you're not trying to be someone you're not. If you are not an expert yet, if you're not fully confident in your abilities yet, then don't try and pretend that you are. Pretending is literally being an imposter. And that's why you have imposter syndrome, because you're fucking pretending to be someone you're not.